Democratic U.S. Senator-elect Doug Jones greets supporters during his election night gathering the Sheraton Hotel on December 12, 2017, in Birmingham, Alabama. Photo, Justin Sullivan/Getty Images. Montgomery, Alabama. Democrat Doug Jones assembled an unusual Deep South alliance to claim a Senate seat Tuesday in Republican-dominated Alabama, combining strong turnout among African Americans and white liberals with enough crossover support from conservatives who couldn't stomach scandal-ridden Republican nominee Roy Moore. Among those disaffected GOP voters was the state's most powerful Republican, Sen. Richard Shelby, who very well may have handed Jones his victory margin of about 1.5 percentage points. The six-term senator made a late campaign show of declaring he couldn't vote for Moore, an evangelical populist, after allegations from multiple women who said the 70-year-old molested and sexually pursued them decades ago, when they were in their teens and Moore was in his 30s. Shelby, who was the last Democrat to win a Senate seat from Alabama in 1992 before switching parties 2 years later, declared the charges credible, despite Moore's denials, and the senior senator said he'd write another Republican. Incomplete returns showed that about 1.7% of the more than 1.3 million Alabama voters did the same thing, almost certainly denying Moore votes that would have gone to any other Republican. The result, driven also by surprisingly high turnout for a holiday season special election, upended the partisan splits in a state President Donald Trump won by 28 percentage points just 13 months ago. Republicans hold every other statewide office and 6 of 7 U.S. House seats, and they dominate the state legislature. A 63-year-old former U.S. attorney, Jones will take the seat held previously by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Jones closed Democrats' usual gap by posting wide margins in the state's 4 most populous counties that fall along the Interstate 65 corridor, from Mobile County on the Gulf Coast to the Nassau hub of Madison County near the Tennessee border. He also dominated the counties of the Black Belt, named for the color of its soil, and added wins in the counties of the state's 2 largest college campuses, the University of Alabama and Auburn University. Jones also narrowed the Republican advantages in several other counties across the state, though Moore dominated in many small towns and rural areas where his evangelical appeal is strongest. The pattern copied the second of Moore's statewide victories for Alabama Chief Justice, but in that 2012 race, the Republican managed to survive with a 4-point victory. This time, voter turnout tended to be higher in Jones' strongholds than in Moore's. Jefferson County, where Jones resides in a Birmingham suburb, highlights the Democrats' success in putting together disparate groups of Alabamians, black voters in the city and western suburbs, white Republicans from the southern suburbs. Jones won 68% to 30% in Jefferson, good for a 71,000 vote advantage, about 10 times his statewide margin. By comparison, Moore's Democratic opponent in 2012 managed 63% in that county.